CPP students are still in quarantine and are learning how to cope with the current situation, but they have also found things to do such as yoga, reading a book, or even calling friends and family.
Well, the easiest way for me has been concentrating in school, but also I've been using a lot of humor. I take it upon myself to learn how to create memes and plaster them all over the social media and with the family. I on my free time I engage with my kids on Nerf wars, and we try to make the best of the situation. We do not let this situation get to us, and you're not alone. You can still reach people by phone, FaceTime, and I think that it couldn't happen to a at a better time if it's a way of saying because we have the technology to keep connecting with the ones that we love and the ones that we care about. Although it's not a face to face and physical interaction, we can still connect and let them know that we care about them and that we love them, just like I'm doing with you guys. You know, the Broncos have been part of my family for the past 2 years. I loved the school, and it's sad that we don't get to be there. But I've been connecting with a lot of my peers, a lot of the people that I tutor, and it's like I said, it's been a challenge, but it hasn't been all bad. So I hope that you guys can look at the silver lining if there is one, and connect with the ones that you love, and reach out to the ones that you think you need to reach out. Maybe there's a relative, sibling, or parent that you haven't reached to in a couple of months, and do it.
Well, how I feel about this quarantine. Well, overall, I mean, I feel it's a good thing that we're doing it. I like to think that because California was one of the first states to actually, impose a lockdown, is contributing to why we have a lower case rate than some of these other states. And so, I hope these numbers stay low. But I don't know, being under quarantine has kind of made this whole pandemic feel really surreal because I've been fairly careful. I haven't been going out. I only go out maybe once every week or 2 weeks or so just to buy groceries. And other than that, I stay home. And so I don't really see anything changing around me. It doesn't really feel like there's a pandemic going on. The only reason why I know is because I check the news every now and then, and I hear how terrible things are going on in New York, Chicago, Louisiana, and so that's kind of making me feel uneasy and giving me a little bit of anxiety, I suppose, because in a way it kind of feels like I'm sitting on a ticking time bomb, because California's a big state. We have a lot of people, we have some areas where, the populations are very dense. So it's only a matter of time before we have a big outbreak like some of these other states. And so, that's been kind of a tough thing to deal with. But, I'm managing well. I'm in good health. My family's in good health. My friends are in good health so far. So, all things considered, I'm doing pretty well. And so, what I do to just try to keep my mind off, this whole thing is play video games. It's been one of my main hobbies for my whole life. And so I find that it helps a lot. A little bit of escapism, you know, really helps during this time. It it is, kind of disappointing that I can't go out do things I normally do, like go to the movies or hang out with my friends, but that's just the kind of sacrifices that we have to do right now. That and with social media, online, communicating with my friends and family.
I'm currently in Pomona right now because I do rent out a house here with a couple other roommates. But I am originally from San Jose in the Bay Area, so I'm a pretty long way from home, but I have found some quick tips, I guess, for you guys to sort of keep yourselves occupied and keep yourself sort of in check during this quarantine. Right now, I do work and I am doing schoolwork as well. I work for the city of Brea as a planning intern. So I have been having to get up really early in the mornings to sort of do my due diligence of being available online for when when my work schedule is, as well as being there for my classmates for all of my group projects that I have. Yes, we still have group projects. But aside from that, I've found myself to do a lot of other activities that I normally wouldn't be doing if I wasn't in quarantine. For example, right now, because I have so much time being at home, I'm actually cooking and baking a lot more than I used to. And that's one of the hobbies that I have found that sort of works for me in terms of keeping me busy and keeping me occupied and doing other stuff. So I've been calling my mom and asking her like what her recipes are for certain dishes that I sort of miss from home. So I've been making those as well as some other dishes that I've found online that I thought would taste good. So I've been doing that. I've also been painting a lot. Granted, they're not the best, and I feel like just wiping away some paint, rather if it doesn't look nice, then I guess that's okay. It's just sort of a stress reliever for me as well. And just sort of get something on paper. It doesn't have to look nice. You don't have to keep it. You can throw it away after. I also have found that making my bed in the morning is actually like one of the biggest things, because I feel like when I'm in a clean environment, I feel a lot more productive in that. So I've been making my bed every single morning, whether I really want to or not. And granted, maybe not all of the other space in my room is as neat, but my bed is always made, and I think that's one of the focal points in my room. So if I see that being made, then I am, I guess, more like just more productive, just to see like check something off your list for that day. But yeah, I haven't really been going on walks as much as I really want to, or exercising, which is kind of a bummer. But, getting into a normal routine is still trial and error for me. I don't have the same sleeping schedule that I used to have. And I think during this time, it's really hard to keep that consistent. But no matter what time that I wake up, I always make my bed. Like today, I think I woke up at 8 in the morning. Yesterday, I woke up around 2. But I sort of keep myself in this checklist mode of, I have to get something done today, whether it's small or big. So that's sort of been what I've been doing. In terms of schoolwork, I've tried here and there to sort of get what I need to get done. I think also just setting up like a schedule for me, not necessarily like going on my computer and like, okay, like I have to finish this essay here right then and there. I've just been setting a couple of deadlines. Okay, like today I have to figure out like what my main body paragraphs are going to look like, or what articles I'm going to use. Like little by little, I've been doing that. And I find that that's a little bit easier for me than having to really put my mindset in school when, I'm at home and I don't usually do schoolwork at home. So that's been a bit of a struggle, but I have found just some little things in there that have helped me through it.
So I've been coping with staying home by just keeping myself as busy as possible. I used to go to college 3 days a week, and I used to go to work 5 days a week. We were a non-essential store, so we closed down 4 weeks ago. Since I'm not working anymore, I have more time to work on my homework and catch up on projects. I have also spent more time reading my books on philosophy and self-growth that I barely had time to read before. Since my nephew isn't going to school either, I've been playing my old video games with him. So my friend and I have a YouTube channel, so we've been trying to figure out how we can still make videos with social distancing, because our videos involve interacting with a lot of strangers. And since I'm the editor, I've had more time to improve my video editing skills.